Welcome back to Taste of Friendship. I'm your host, Mrs. Tipton. Today with me, I have Alize and Jaden, and today we are all about Christmas.
Christmas lights are all around.
Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna make are Grinch sugar cookies. Alize is gonna be the one walking us through this, so I'm gonna turn it over to Alize to tell us what she's doing.
Okay, so first I already put in the butter and the sugar in our mixer. So we're gonna put it in our KitchenAid mixer. Then we're gonna put our paddle. Okay, and then we're gonna mix that. Oh my goodness.
So when you're mixing liquids, you really just wanna mix it until it's just well combined. If you mix it for too long, that's when things become overmixed because you're gonna add all these other ingredients as well.
Okay, and now we're gonna add in our vanilla, then our egg yolk, and then our whole egg. Then we're gonna mix that. And last, we're gonna add in all of our dry ingredients. So we have cream of tartar, we have our salt, our baking soda, and then our flour.
We are now ready for any sophomore or junior last name starting S through J. Frenship Student Center sophomores or juniors last name S through J. Thank you.
So this is gonna be our final mix now that we've added all of our dry ingredients together. When we know it's done is there's gonna be a nice consistency to it that you're gonna be able to scoop it really easily onto a baking sheet and it won't just come apart. Perfect.
And now we're gonna add in our green food coloring. Do you wanna do that?
Sure. Okay. So we wanna actually dye our cookies today. So we're gonna use a toothpick and it just takes a little bit and a little bit goes a really long way. So you just get it on the end of your toothpick and you just kind of wipe it in here. Until you get a good amount that you want. Oh my goodness. There you go. Okay. We can put our paddle back on. And then lift this. slowly but surely, it will turn green.
I think that's good, right?
Perfect.
Okay. We're gonna take our paddle off. And this is what it looks like.
Okay, perfect. What's the next thing that we're gonna do?
We're gonna get our scoop, our cookie scoop, and we're gonna put it on our baking sheet.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. First, we have to spray the pan. Okay.
So the reason that we spray the pan is so the batter doesn't stick to the sheet when we're done baking.
Okay, you're just gonna get a scoop like that. Put it on there.
And then you use, there's all these different sizes that you can use, and you want to just use the size that you want, like how big you want your cookie to be. So today we're going to do pretty large cookies, but you can do little cookies or big cookies, doesn't really matter. And then you always want to put your cookie batter about at least 3 to 4 inches apart. So Alizé, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Well, I like the Grinch, which is why I'm doing the Grinch cookies. It's my favorite movie.
Awesome. Are you doing anything fun for the holidays?
Really just hanging out with family. What's your favorite movie?
Probably Elf. Okay, now that we have our cookies on our sheet, it's time to go put them in the oven. So we have our oven preheated already to 325 degrees. If you're at home and you just have a normal conventional oven, then you're gonna use 350. But since these are restaurant styles, we turn our knob 25 degrees less or the cookies will burn really fast. How long did you put the cookies in for?
Just 10 minutes.
10 minutes, perfect. So it's time to start our next food item.
Hey, Linda. Hey.
What is it, boy?
What's our plan for tornado, huh? You know, the things that spin, like this.
Do you need to go out?
No, Linda, focus. I'm getting dizzy here.
Are you hungry? Do you want some food?
Food! You want to store some food? Great plan, smart human.
Your pet can't help you plan for a natural disaster, but prepare.adcouncil.org can. Click below to make a family emergency plan that includes your pet.
Okay, now Alizé is gonna tell us what we're gonna do next.
We're making chocolate cocoa bombs. So first we're gonna melt our chocolate on the stove. Okay, and we're gonna turn on our stove. Okay.
So you're gonna use like a medium to low heat. You do not want your chocolate to burn, and chocolate will melt really fast. So you want to use a rubber spatula and start stirring really as soon as possible. And you really just want to keep mixing it up and keep it on that heat, and your chocolate will melt before you know it. So Jaden, I already asked Alizé this, but what's your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas movie is Home Alone 2.
Why?
Well, because I my favorite part of the movie is when he, he catches his head on fire. Yes, that's my favorite part of the movie.
Oh my.
I like the first one better, honestly.
I feel like that one's just not as interesting as the second one. You're almost there.
What are you doing for Christmas, Jaden?
So there's a really fine line between melting chocolate and burning chocolate. So as you see, Jaden is taking off the heat and she's ready to go. Okay. Now that we have our chocolate melted, what's the next thing that we're gonna do?
Okay, next we're gonna get our spoon and we're gonna put it in our molds. And you really want to make the sides a bit thicker, that way when you take them out, they don't break.
It smells good.
It does.
Okay, teachers, at this time, we need sophomores and juniors, let's name K through O, who need to get pictures taken or retaken. Thanks.
So you can find chocolate molds like this just at like your Hobby Lobby or Walmart. And we've got actually molds that are Christmas flowers. So we're gonna make petunia Christmas hot cocoa bombs. But you definitely want to get like a silicone mold that you can freeze and it's not going to crack or anything like that. So these silicone molds are the best. I would use those over the plastic ones. And really it only takes about 15 minutes to put in the freezer, so you can make these fairly quickly as well. Is that our cookies?
Yes.
Okay, so when you're done, and if you have enough chocolate, you can go back and fill any ones that you think need it. So I'm gonna do that.
Those look great, Allison.
Thank you. All right, and this is what it looks like. Now we're gonna go put them in the freezer for about 10 minutes.
Perfect. And good timing. Our cookies just finished.
Christmas lights are all around. I can see them now.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Okay, so now that our green sugar cookies have come out of the oven, it is time to pipe the Grinch's heart on it. So Jaden, can you kind of show us how to use a piping bag?
Okay, so whatever hand that you use to write, your better hand, you'll grab the end right where the frosting is and you'll turn it. And then you want to hold it like this. So we're gonna pipe a heart, a little bitty heart only because the Grinch's heart is not that big, as we all know. Oh, I did it on the wrong side. Okay. Okay. Awesome.
Perfect. Now y'all have the perfect Grinch sugar cookies to bring to your holiday party. Y'all want to try one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's all try one. Ready? They're good. Yum.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Okay, so the last thing that we're gonna make today is our Rice Krispie Christmas trees. So Jaden is gonna lead us in this recipe and tell us what we're gonna do.
Okay, so first up, we're gonna go to the stove and melt our marshmallows. You wanna turn the stove on for me, Alize? Okay. Okay. It's kind of high. Okay.
So you're gonna kind of use like a medium-low heat for this. And the first thing that we're gonna do is melt the butter.
I'm gonna add our butter, 3 tablespoons.
3 tablespoons
of butter. And then let that melt a little bit. Okay, and from there, I'm gonna add all my marshmallows. Forgot one. And you're gonna mix it all till it melts.
Can you also do this in the microwave?
You can. Yes, you can do it in your microwave. I feel like working with the stove is kind of faster and better. So you want to keep mixing so that the marshmallows don't stick that well to the bottom. Smells good.
So you kind of want to keep it at a low heat because marshmallows can burn very, very easily. So it kind of is a slower process, but it is worth it in the end.
Yes, I think it probably. Okay. Still kind of chunky, but I think we're done.
Perfect.
Okay, so now we'll go back to our prep table. And in a large bowl, you'll add your Rice Krispies cereal. And you'll just add the whole box. Nice. And then you'll get your marshmallow, melted marshmallow. And you'll pour it over the Rice Krispies. And then you'll mix till it's mixed all together. It should.
This can definitely get a little messy.
As you can see. Okay. So it looks like we have too much cereal. Just not mixing. Can you mix it with your hands? Yes. I'm gonna ask you.
It might be easier to do it with your hands sometimes because it's very sticky. It's also very hot, so just be careful with that.
Okay. It's coming together.
Yep. Just make sure you get all the cereal at the bottom to the top. Okay. And there you go.
Okay. After that, we're gonna pour our Rice Krispie treats in a pan so that we're gonna lay it out. I need all of it. Do you want to use your hands to lay it out? Okay, after that's all laid out, you're gonna get your Christmas tree cookie cutter and you're gonna start cutting into, oh, this is so cool, into the Rice Krispies. Do you have a plate for me to lay it on? That's right. Christmas tree. There's one.
Perfect. Ah, how cute.
Okay, let me do one more. Okay, so let me add another one. Nice.
Perfect. And there you have it. Christmas tree Rice Krispie treats.
Whether you need a hand shopping for groceries, using up scraps, or finishing every bite, Meal Prep Mate can help you plan better and save more. Whether you're a newbie getting your first taste, a meal prepper honing your chops, or a meal prep pro hungry for a challenge, you can learn how to eat smarter, plan better, and save more at every step of meal prep. When you finish every bite, you save. Start prepping with Meal Prep Mate at SaveTheFood.com.
Okay, now that our chocolate has hardened in our molds, it's time to make our hot cocoa bombs. So Alize, can you tell us how we're gonna do it?
Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like when we're finished. So first, after it's out of the freezer, you're gonna pop these out very gently, that way it doesn't break. Okay, and then we're gonna go over, you gotta put your hot cocoa mix in here. And then some marshmallows. Okay, and then now we're gonna go over to the stove.
Okay. And when the pan's heated up, you're gonna get the other side and you're gonna just rub it on the thing. So not to yes. Just like that. You gotta show it with the camera.
And then you're gonna put them together when it's melted. Okay, and it should look like that.
Are you ready for your mouth?
Yes. We don't need that. Okay. Now that we got our hot milk, we're gonna grab a cocoa bomb and we're just gonna put it in there. And just watch how it melts.
Well guys, thanks so much for joining us today on Taste of Friendship as we're enjoying our hot cocoa bombs. We hope that y'all have a great holiday season and we'll join you next time for the show.